Prasad?
From deities.
From where?
From your temple.
Siddha Bani. The qualification for chanting the holy name of Krishna. A slave has no position. The whole position is with the master. Everything is his. Realizing this is our real qualification. As soon as we assert that we have some qualification or qualifications, our difficulties begin. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself says, I don't find a trace of love of Krishna within my heart. Nabrema kando sti dropine haro. This is the standard of humility. And that feeling must be sincere. It must not be an imitation. We must be careful. We must not venture to imitate the highest devotees. To genuinely feel, to conceive that we possess nothing and that everything is His. That is the only qualification for chanting the holy name of Krishna. Who is happy to hear this? He get some understanding what it means. It is wonderful. See, once when there was one god brother named Kumar Surendra Narayan Rai, an MA graduate of Punjab University. He was a rich man whose annual income was 3 lakhs. You can imagine how much this was in a time when Prabhupada Srila Maharaj was young. So he took Harinam from our Guru Maharaj. That gentleman went with him to Ceylon, or Sri Lanka now, on one occasion. So when Guru Maharaj was passing in the car, Surendranath Narayan Rao, who was out for a walk, met him on the wayside and immediately fell flat in the road, offering his obeisances in the mud. Since at that time it was the rainy season, then Prabhupada asked, "What are you doing down in the mud? What are you doing?" He has got a rich dress, but it is all smeared with mud. Then Surendranath said, "We have only one thing to do in life, to make prostration to the Vaishnava. We can't do anything else. Should it be my miser only there? Pranam is our only wealth, everything. If I be a miser there, then what will be my fate? Pranam Paramananda Eva, that is the only aspiration." This is very nice examples are given there. So in the material world, conceptions of good and bad or right and wrong are all mental concoctions. Therefore saying this is good and this is bad is all a mistake. So in the deepest plane of reality, the deepest plane of Krishna consciousness is moving, and there are so many jiva souls are dancing. At that dance is the absolute dance, wherein everything surrendered to Krishna in the mood of Vrindavan. Sarvadaman Varityaja Ekam. Everything belongs to Krishna for his satisfaction. Everything and anything can be done. This is the only principle followed by the exclusive devotees, without caring for many relative demands and structures of this false plane. That is nirguna, transcendental. In that plane, the calculation of false ownership cannot be applied. All claim of ownership have no value in Krishna consciousness. Is there any question you just ask or any comments on these topics?
Living in the outside world with responsibilities, it is not really possible to live up to this standard, because you have to relate to the level of the culture you are living there, or it's purely meant as an internal form of giving everything and anything.
It is not mentally. We have to understand that everything belongs to him. If we think it is not like this, then we are prisoners of this material plane. And because we act according to our mundane conception. This is the only principle followed by the exclusive devotee, without caring for many relative demands and structures of this false plane. That is nirguna. Nirguna means then you are out of the gunas, of tamagun, rajagun, shatagun. Means nirguna, you come to the transcendental plane. But this is the way. In the plane of calculation of false ownership cannot be applied. That is nirguna. Transcendental in the plane of calculation and false ownership cannot be applied. All claim of ownership have no value in Krishna consciousness. It's just it's the basis, of course. We are acting in this world, every individual working in this world according how much he had understood or realized. And accordingly he will also make himself understand, or Krishna lets him understand the transcendental plane, the spiritual plane. So basically from the logic and from the plane of reality, we cannot say, no, it's not like this. It is our personal conception or our, let's say, pastimes in this material world. We have created, we have decided, but we cannot understand. We cannot mix up both. There has to be either this or that. Like this nice example of this rich man here, who didn't care. He says how important it is that actually all what he has, in other words, he rejected. The only precious or important thing is that he is offering his obeisances or his himself to the devotee. Because other things will not keep, you cannot keep. It will be finished today, tomorrow, or in 10 years, or in 50 years, whatever. This nobody can argue against this. So we have to come to the plane of nirguna. Means that this external world is not controlling us or is not our master. Because this will fail. In this consciousness we cannot understand transcendental plane. Because we can see this. Even in other religions you may see, even in Krishna consciousness you may see so many, even those who took higher position, they still have this, not this purity or this basic understanding. The only what precious or the only thing what brings us close to the lotus feet of the Lord is full surrender. Sarvadhamam Bhavityaja. I offer myself to Him. You do whatever you like. It is your will. You can take everything, you can, whatever you want. I'm yours. Everything belongs to you. Everything is a creation of you. And I get according to my past. But this plane is a dangerous plane where I think I am rich or I am beautiful, I am so learned or whatever it is. Everything is the same attachment. We cannot understand transcendental life. This will not be revealed by the Lord. As long as we have just a spot of anything what is we see, we are calling it, this is my, or this, I am the doer, or I am the controller, I am the enjoyer, whatever. But I'm speaking about the real level, advanced level. Of course we know that we are not there. Most of us, we have still we have in the world we are the mundane conception or material world is controlling us. We cannot give it up so like this. It is not possible. But it is also okay, you know. Then we have to also care the reaction or consequences of this, and we will go on as long as Krishna really becomes merciful and takes something away what is dear to us. like this example, Narad Muni. He was, this was on the beach, it is described like this, you know. Or on the, yeah, on a lake, I think it was, or on the beach, yeah. So Narad Muni asked Lord Vishnu, who is standing before him with 4 hands, "My Lord, I want to see what is Maya, what is illusion." And Vishnu said, "Well, it's not good, you should not see." And but he said, "But I do not know, I want to know what is this?" Then in the end, Lord Vishnu told him, "Okay, you go to the lake and bring me some water." And there in the lake, on the lake, he wanted to catch some water. Then he saw a beautiful girl, lady, who was also taking water from there. And he was charmed by her. And he fell in love with her. Then it was that they come together and they married. They got children, and they lived their life, you know. Then something happened that I think his children died.
Floods happened.
I heard there was rain and
Huh?
Floods happened.
The flood. Yeah, they died. Yeah. Also his wife died. And then he was lamenting and lamenting. And then he was crying. And then he came back to himself. And he was holding the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu. And crying. And Lord Vishnu said, "You now understand what is the illusion, what is Maya?" And he was away from many, many years, according to the, but actually it was only a moment in the eternity, you know. Vishnu just was there and he arranged this for him. But it was for Vishnu, it was a moment. And he came back and he was on his lotus feet and he was catching his lotus feet and did not leave it anymore. Like this is the illusion in this material world. So then this is the mercy. How to get out? It is not a nice thing. We all have to go through these things, and we will go through these things. It will happen like this to every one of us. I don't know. Yeah. Did they answer? Too much answer.
Sweet wherever you touch the subject.
Then as Siddhartha speaks, it's also a very important point. If there's any imitation, only offenses will be created. It's a dangerous thing, you know. If anyone imitates that he wants to be pure devotee and he poses like this, he makes himself gurus and whatever. In this situation, many only offenses will be created from such persons. Those offenses will be recorded in the circle of the examiners, of the upper quarter. So this will not be forgotten. Those who are transcendentalists, Jayad Vijay, like members of the good doorkeepers of Vaikunta, they will understand and they will know when you come and what offenses you have performed. And they will give a stamp of disqualification that we are criminal and unfit. And this is a sad situation. It's a very dangerous situation. We should never imitate, we should always keep the position of servant, of the servant, of the servant. This will go against us and hamper our future progress. Thus we must be very careful not to commit offense, aparad. It is better to be a newcomer with a new introduction than to have a criminal record, for that will go against us. So we have in the West, we had actually a big chance, because Indians, they have so many levels of worship. They think they are, we can see this, their tradition is old and they do it from childhood on, and they are very hard to give up their habits, yeah. And in this way they may create offenses against the lotus feet of the Lord and the Vaishnavas. When you are innocent, when everything you come as an innocent person to approach this knowledge, then it is more easy and that we have our mind is not contaminated through this old system, what we think, what we have learned. So this will be recorded, this criminal record, for that will go against us. We must be very, very careful in our quest for the highest objective of our eternal life. This caution has been especially given by our Guru Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, and he attracted us to the line of exclusive devotion. And there is one point Srila speaks also. Aggression means no humility.
Aggression.
Yeah. Aggression, yeah. Means there is no humility. Humility means he wants to serve anyone and everyone. Only with that attitude, perfect humility is possible. I am humble, I am mean, I am poor. I can't be an aggressor. One who is an aggressor at any point, his humility is destroyed. It is written, Bhukta dharmas unijara naya. In the function of an aggressor, an enjoyer, there cannot be any humility proper. It's also clear, like Trinada Pisanicha, Taravara Pisashana, Manina Manadena Kirtanya. You cannot be develop humility without tolerance. If you're not tolerant, you cannot be develop humility, and also on other side. You cannot be tolerant if you not have the attitude of humility is developed in you. And you can also not give respect to others. So all these things is very important. There's 4 points of the Mahaprabhu. That's only few verses he wrote. And this is one of the main, we should very carefully, before we start chanting in the morning, we should remember this. And we should not expect others that they respect us. All these things I have seen the years. When you get any position, you think, now they have to serve me, now they have to pay obeisance to me, and if they don't, then they become very angry, and they become enemies, even, I see all these things. This is very important points. Only then we can chant the name proper, and the name means Krishna. Krishna will appear. Today I was hearing Srila Sridhar Maharaj speaking about Krishna, God. He is in our heart and He is above us. We should always be conscious of this thing. How can we see this? How can we meditate? When we take the position of the seen, not the seer. We have to take a position that He looks at us and He can see us. He is in the heart and He is above us. He is everywhere. So if you want to be the seer and you think with your mind you can meditate about the form of Krishna, this is not, it's illusory form. It's not real. We have to first take the position, I can be seen by you, my Lord, but I have no eyes to see you. It is depending on His mercy, not on my artificial, I may be very learned or whatever qualification I have. This is no qualification to come to understand, to attain the lotus feet of Guru and Gauranga and Radha, Govinda. This is very important points. You should remember this. When you chant, when you stand before the deities, don't look to the deities that you can see them. It's for the very beginners. But if you want to make one step forward, then you go before the deities and you see. And you take the position of, I am blind, my Lord. I cannot see you. But I know that you can see me, that you are conscious, that you are the life. And in this way, one day he will appear to us in our heart, and you will see him everywhere, outside, above us, and in the heart. And he will always be with us. And he will always protect us. He will always arrange whatever is necessary. He is very kind to his devotees. So we have to develop faith in this and practice it. Chanting means service. It is the highest service. Chanting means I'm not chanting for me. I'm chanting because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ordered us to chant the name. We do not even have to understand what the meaning of the name is. We have to just chant the name and take the position of I am the fallen, I am Trinalapi Sunijana, Trinalapi Sahishnama, like this. Then I will realize, I will understand more and more, deeper and deeper. Can you follow this? Is this? Nobody?
In practice maybe not, but hearing yes.
Yes, but this is the situation we are here, you know. Theoretically we may understand, but our attachment to this mountain, to this material world is so great that we don't trust the advice of the Guru and Shastra and Krishna, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. But this we have to practice. This is why we should chant as much as possible, all the time. Instead of going to the mobile, we should chant. This is not service to this is a subtle kind of sense gratification, or you try it, you know. One day you want to take it and say, no, today I will chant instead of looking what the news are. I will chant his name and I will take this position. I am calling you, my Lord. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. And it is no comparison with anything what you experience in this. It is only, it is external. We cannot understand spiritual things with this reading, whatever. Even we read the Srila Maharaj, one has to be very advanced to understand it and to realize also what he's saying, how precious his words are, or Srila Prabhupada's words, or our Gurudev's speaking or advices. This is life. There's one book written by Swami Maharaj. Life comes from life. So we have to approach the living being, because he can help us. The living Guru or Vaishnava, Sadhu, real Sadhu. Because there becomes an exchange on the transcendental. We may not understand first how it happens, what is going on. But you think all of you are here just by accident, or it is all by higher force. I see my life like this. My whole life was just not my life. I was always, I can understand, I was always under the control of some other things. Krishna, I go astray. What is time?
35.
35. Is there anything clear? Or anything not clear?
In between.
In between?
In between anything clear and anything not clear.
Brahman.
Maharaj, excuse me. I cannot understand this. Like a half year back you told, I don't know if you read this from Sridhar Maharaj or you told in everybody of us is pure devotee.
In everyone. The soul is pure from nature. Huh?
Confirmed.
Yes. So, and everything else is homemade. When we have forgotten Him, when we have forgotten our position, who we are, you're thinking, I am Jack, I am man, I am lady, I am dog, whatever. This is not creation wanted. This is our personal. We are deviate from the transcendental path. We have free will. This is the how we come to this material world. I already explained this. It's a very subtle point. I don't know if I can follow or I can speak about these things. But there is a plane that there is no mental or the desire of I and my or anything mundane conception. But we have this tiny free will. So when you are connected with Krishna, when you are pure soul, then there is nothing going on mentally. Everything is just in the moment. It is here and now. But when you have developed some attachment by whatever desire may appear, because we are small, we are weak, small spirit souls. As soon as you develop a desire, there is a description given by Vaishnava from Srila Prabhupada, Vaishnava and Brahmana or something like this. How the spirit soul falls down from there, transcendental plane. We are perfectly situated, everything is peaceful, everything is nice, but we may develop the desire to enjoy something. And this is the beginning, the idea it's called, in the beginning. I get an idea. Then I develop the desire. Then this desire may manifest if you have experienced once a peaceful mind or empty mind, what I don't think so is, yeah, but we must imagine that this in the transcendental world it is one cannot explain transcendental world if you have not experienced it, but it is a very, very different plane. So by just getting idea or develop a desire, it will manifest your so-called your Brahma, you create your universe. And from the most subtle thing, idea and desire, it manifests the mind and you enjoy on the subtle levels, and you forget your original position. You turn away like Narad Muni. He experienced, he was pure, he is pure devotee, and he just want to see, and by seeing the young lady, he became attached, and he developed plans, and he founded family and all these things. And in this way you are creating, and then you are become forgetting the lotus feet of Lord Vishnu and Krishna. And in this way we fall down to this material plane. It manifests on the end in gross matter. This is also not, we cannot say this is like, it is also atoms, only atoms, always moving. It manifests, it's the energy manifests into subtle, and is never the same. It is only atoms. It is everything in this material world is false. It is just created by ourselves, that we can act according to our personal desire. Can one follow this? I don't know. Could it be like this from the logic? You want to hear about Vrindavan, yeah? What is when I tell about Vrindavan? It is, nice story. Now let us eat, or let us see what is news. Speak about Vrindavan. We are not fit to associate with like the Goswamis when they were sitting together. In Tamara, there is the place, a meeting place where the Goswamis they meet each other, and they talked about the wonderful pastimes of Radha and Krishna in Vrindavan. But when we would be there, they would not speak about these things, because they are not speaking, they entering these pastimes. And we are not fit to enter there. So for us it is just a story. We can also Hansel and Gretel reading, or Romeo and Juliet. It's also a life story, a love story. But we are not fit to hear yet, Because our reaction will be, I will also enjoy like them. When they come in other groups, they want to become a gopi, you know. In other words, they just want to have sex. I have seen this 40, 50 years ago, you know. I don't want to mention names, but the hippies come to me here, you know, and he came and asked me, you know who you are in the spiritual world? We are all gopis. We are all. And he want to teach me, or want to that I learn from him this. But that's because we should not talk about these things, because otherwise, if we are not successful or not fit, then we will reject, we will make offenses. We will be rejected.
Can one rectify these bad records somehow?
Bad?
That when we have committed offense, there's bad recordings in the higher plane. So if we have committed offense, how to rectify this? Or is it you have to take the next birth and you get the chance?
No, this is very simple, you know. It's Srimad always, and also Prabhupada, Gurudev always, just the Bhagavad Gita gives us the conclusion, you know, Savadamam Parityaja, Mam Ekam Saranam Vaja, Ahantam Sabha Papebhyo Mokshayam Masucha. If I surrender, or I give up this mentality of cheating or whatever, you know, then all karma will be destroyed, all are bust. So only through surrender we can attain, we can get free from all these things. In Kali Yuga it's very easy and also very difficult. We have to, under the guidance of a bona fide Guru, we have to follow and try as much as we can, and yeah, reality will show how far I can go. It is dependent on us, but it is possible to get free from all reactions. And he adds this point, don't be afraid that you lose anything in this world. That is, this is our our greatest hindrance. When we are coming to the point of surrender. Sharanagati. Is this? Basically is very simple, but we can make it very complicated. And this is where we are, you know. For those who are very complicated, very entangled in this material world, it's very, very complicated, you know. Because they give up this, but there is a mountain of other things I am still keeping. Then I give up a piece of here and if this, change this. Yes, I can't go forward like this, step by step. This is okay. Nobody can surrender fully. Of course it is possible, but very rarely. Then we can, if there's no question, we can finish here. Jai Srila Siddhadev Param Pujapad Nitya Lila Bhavishtam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Digacharya Stota Sasi Srimad Bhakti Rakshakshitadev Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Srila Gurudev Nitya Lila Bhavishtam Vishnupad Paramhamsa Digacharya Astota Sasi Srimad Bhakti Vaibhav Puri Goswami Maharaj Ki Jai. Shri Kartik Manda Ki Jai, Shri Seva Kunda Ki Jai, Shri Vrindavan Chandra Ki Jai. Nitai Gaura Premanandi, Vanchakalpatarupyascha